This order applies to all air passengers 2 years of age or older traveling into the U.S., including U.S. citizens and legal permanent residents. Hey Explorers, Kitted Explorer here, and I'm here today to talk to you about a very important travel news update. Yes, I usually do this on Travel Chat Thursdays, but this week I had to flip things around a little bit because this is important and I want to make sure I go through all of the details as soon as possible. So today we are going to talk about the new regulation the United States have put into place for all travelers. But before we get into this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and a notification bell so you're notified when all of my videos are released. Videos are released on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's free and you'll get all of my travel adventures, tips, and chats right to your inbox and notified all the time. Now, let's get into this video. So last week, I believe it was on January 12th, last Tuesday, everything just blew up with this news. I first saw about it from afar. It hit my inbox, and here is an article that I'm going to read to you, a little bit to you, so you can hear what they had to say about this new regulation. The article is called "All Travelers to U.S. Will Need Negative COVID Tests," and I will link the article down below in the description box. So starting January 26, all international passengers flying into the United States, including returning citizens, will need to provide proof of negative COVID-19 tests prior to boarding. With the U.S. already in surge status, the testing requirement for air passengers will help slow the spread of the virus as we work to vaccinate the American public, the CDC said in a statement. The airline and travel industries have been pushing governments for months to use COVID testing as a way to further open up travel and borders amid the pandemic. So let's get the actual details from the CDC, from the US website. So I'm going to link this down below as well. And they have a whole fact page. So when you go to the State Department website, you'll see a lot of different advisories here where it mentions the new regulation that came out on January 12th. And so it just gives like overall information, and you can go there and click on a link which will take you to a fact page, which I will also have linked below. That will give you all the details of what is required for people entering into the United States. All right, so the fact page that they have linked on the State Department's website takes you to the requirement for proof of negative COVID-19 test or recovery from COVID-19 for all air passengers arriving in the United States. And it states if you plan to travel internationally, get tested before you travel by air into the United States, or be prepared to show proof of a recent positive viral test and a letter from your healthcare provider or public health official stating that you were cleared to travel. This order will go into effect on January 26, 2021. So coming up very soon, and you really need to be alert about this if you plan to travel into the US starting on that date. So here are some frequently asked questions in regards to this new requirement. Does this requirement apply to U.S. citizens? This order applies to all air passengers 2 years of age or older traveling into the U.S., including U.S. citizens and legal permanent residents. Everybody, okay? Everybody needs to have a test before coming into the U.S. starting January 26, 2021. And it says you get tested no more than 3 days before your flight to the U.S. departs. Make sure to be tested with a viral test to determine if you are currently infected with COVID-19. Also, make sure that you receive your results before your flight departs and have documentation of your results to show to the airline. The airlines will confirm a COVID-19 negative test result or documentation of recovery for all passengers before boarding. If a passenger chooses not to provide a test result or documentation of recovery, the airline must deny boarding. And it goes on to mention, like in the article, that the CDC recommends that travelers get tested 3 to 5 days after travel and stay home or otherwise self-quarantine for 7 days after travel. Even if you test negative, stay home for the full 7 days. And this order applies to all flights, including private flights and general aviation aircraft, charter flights, as well as commercial flights, of course. Does this testing requirement apply to aircraft crew members? Crew members on official duty, whether working or in an assigned deadhead status, are exempt from the testing requirement as long as they follow industry standard protocols for the prevention of COVID-19. So it goes on, it talks about flight delays, it talks about connecting flights and all types of stuff. But at the end of the day, everyone who is entering the United States by any type of aircraft needs to have a negative test result. And you can go on this website, I have linked below, Facts with the CDC, to know exactly answers to any questions you may have. But of course I have concerns, right? Why isn't there any testing upon arrival? I know quite a few countries that require that, and I experienced that when I went to Bermuda. They tested you upon arrival, and then you had to quarantine until you got your negative test result back. There's no required quarantine and there's no required testing upon arrival. So I don't understand why they're not doing that in place of this or as well. Now, the biggest concern is finding testing centers abroad. So in order to kind of test this out, I decided to pick 4 locations to go on their websites to see what's going on and if I can find testing center location. So the first page I went to was for Bermuda because I just went there and I know there are A1 and on top of things with COVID. But obviously this is a new regulation, so they may not have information currently available. When I'm on their fact page for COVID-19, scrolling down, and I don't see anything, at least as of today, about testing. Like, it talks about testing upon arrival. It has a section about testing on the island, but it's addressing for residents, and it addresses like if you came to visit, your follow-up test. Yeah, it doesn't have any information there, at least not yet. But I don't know, you could try contacting their Ministry of Health and they may have information on a testing center there and how much it costs, if it costs. Now let's go to the next country. And the next 3 countries are places that I would like to visit in 2021. And you can actually see all the places I would like to visit in this video linked up above if you want to check that out. So the next place is Turks and Caicos. I go on their website. They have a very detailed website about how they're handling the pandemic in their country. And I'm scrolling down. It talks about like COVID tests are required, to enter, and there's no quarantine requirement. There's no follow-up testing. It has a thing about where to get a local Turks and Caicos COVID-19 test. So I don't know if this applies to foreigners, but they definitely have an area here on their website that lists 3 places where you can get tested on the island. So you definitely would want to check these out to see if you have to make an appointment, because you would need to plan that into your travel arrangements. The next country is France. So I'm going to go over to, there's a U.S. Embassy in France. And so I have went to the U.S. Embassy's website. And as I scroll down, they actually already have the policy mentioned here that goes into effect on the 26th. There is an area where it says COVID viral PCR testing is available at many labs and testing centers, usually by appointment, and tests generally cost between 70 to 100 euros, payable in advance. That is quite costly, so you will have to include that into the pricing of your vacation or trip. So if I click on that link to the testing centers, a website comes up talking about COVID-19 vaccinations, but it does list it out by different localities within the country of France. So I don't know if you could use this as a reference to see locations about vaccinations. They may be similar to COVID testing, I don't know. Or you could just reach out to the embassy in France to see if they have specific locations, because this is not taking you to the right location. The last country I have that I'm going to check out here is Guatemala. So with Guatemala, there is a U.S. embassy in the country, and there is an area for COVID-19 testing. And it says testing for U.S. citizens is available at private clinics and hospitals in Guatemala City and in many departments outside of the capital. Antigen testing costs between Q300 and Q500. I don't know what that translation is to USD. And PCR testing is available at private hospitals. For public hospitals and laboratories offer antigen testing for symptomatic patients without cost, but may require long waits and delayed results. So you would have to kind of do some research. Again, you may be able to reach out to the embassy where they can assist, but you're going to have to do some research. So here are my final thoughts on this. I went to Bermuda, and there was so many things I had to do to get there in relation to COVID. Testing before, testing on arrival, and quarantine until I got a negative test result, which was at most 24 hours, but mine came back in 10. And then I came back home to the US, and it looked like a normal day in the airport. There was nothing, no like tracking, no COVID tracing, no asking where I sat on the plane. There was no testing, no follow-up. There was nothing, not even telling me to quarantine. It was like a normal pre-COVID day. Crazy. And I was actually quite insulted because I had been in a place where they were on top of things, and then I come back where it was like, okay, you can get it or not, whatever, come on in. And it's like, what is this? It was absolutely maddening. And so I do highly appreciate that they're finally actually doing something in regards to having people come into the country. I also do recommend, based on just my beginning research, obviously, if you're planning any international trip or have a trip planned, make sure you're doing your research to find a COVID location as soon as possible. You do not want to wait until you get to that country to start looking for a COVID testing site. You have to research that before you go. And if possible, make your appointment before you get there so you already have it planned in your schedule, because you don't want to like waste your whole time in that country looking for a COVID testing center. That would just be a waste of your time and money. And worst case scenario, reach out to the U.S. Embassy in those countries to see if they have any local connections to COVID testing centers, and they could provide you a contact, and at least you know that it's actually going to work and you'll be able to board your flight. But again, make sure you stay safe, make sure you do your research, make sure you contact who you need to contact to make sure you follow procedures correctly. And so I hope this was a great update for you and a great breakdown of the new requirements the United States is requiring in regards to the pandemic. If you enjoyed this video and this travel news update, make sure you hit that like button. Also, please leave any comments or questions you have down below regarding this update. And if you have not already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And make sure you share this video with your friends, family, and your social media networks so they can get this travel news update as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day or night wherever in the world you are.